How does it feel to have your love life be the physical embodiment of Jeff Goldblum at the end of The Fly? How does it feel to have your love life be embodied by Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park? How does it feel to have your love life embodied by Jeff Goldblum? I find it really cool that you're saying that you're gonna try something new and have that be the thing that you're good at. Like you've already decided before you've even tried it that you're gonna be good at it. Look at these curtains. Now I want you to see what my view is. There's a garbage can. There's some shopping carts. And there's a wall. I'm just copying your aesthetic for this video because I like your artistic sensibilities. People keep asking me to go to parties and I don't want to go to parties because I hate parties. It's just the thing, you know, man. Just mentally, I'm just not okay with it. Like, I don't know if I have depersonalization or anything, but I just can not be healthy in a party scenario. At least not in the UK. I can do it just fine in Canada, at least from what I remember of collective nights, but I just don't, I don't know. It's nothing against these people. Just, I can't be in party situations. Not good for me. I'm slowly adopting a preteen girl aesthetic. I got my fairy lights, I got my cardigans, I have scented tea lights. They're supposed to smell like Christmas. Oh, I guess they work. There's this music video that came out recently by the Lumineers that everyone's like, oh, it's the best music video ever, but I kind of hate it, so we're gonna go take it down. So I'm gonna share with you why I think it's a flawed concept and how solid execution only can get you so far. By the time she wakes, we'll have driven through the state. I see why people love it. I get it. It makes sense. It plays on all these ideas that everyone loves about indie movies of running away with the person that you belong with and deciding to do a stupid thing like go run off and leave everyone you know behind so that you can... It's a very romantic idea and it's executed super well because it looks like it's so lovely. The cinematography is beautiful. The actors are really, really great at conveying emotion. Whoever directed it directed the crap out of it. They made a solid story. They did a beginning, middle, and end just by showing little snapshots of what their life was like together when they ran off and went and just were homeless. The problem is with the idea of that being a possible future and that there's something lost by not having done that. The whole point is that when she wakes up, she's like, oh, I didn't actually get that life. Oh, wow, that's a future that's gone now. And you're supposed to be like, oh, that's so sad. You know, she's trapped in this town because she'll never make it out. I don't get that. Maybe it's just because I've already left this town. I've left home and I've gone to Glasgow, a random city somewhere, and I was homeless for a while. I've been and done that. I don't see it as glamorous as people seem to think it is. I guess maybe because the only people who think it is glamorous are people who would never actually do it. That's me being really cynical, but let's say that it is people who actually want to do that at some point. You can do it at any time. That's the magic of the adventure of life, is that you can just go off, you can leave. That is something you can do. It's just something that people don't choose to do all the time. The change of aspect ratio is something that's really cool about this video, is that like when you have a square aspect ratio, that usually shows a character is stuck in their situation in life. And when you spread that out, then that shows that they're kind of opening up to the world. Whenever a director plays with aspect ratios, that's usually what they're going for. And that was really effective, but it is kind of heavy-handed in the end because she wakes up and it's in the wide and then it just slowly creeps in like a box. And I think that's really heavy-handed in my opinion. I think it would have been just as effective if you just cut to her on the lying down and she was just already in the 1:1 aspect ratio. I think that would have been really powerful and more jarring and less just handed to me on a silver platter. I get it. I get subconsciously that's what you're trying to say because it's one of the most literal uses of film technique that you have out there. And then you have the concept, and I don't see the tragedy in there. I don't feel the need to be sad of all that experience and life experience that she's lost because that's something you can get at any point. It's not like they had a life together. They were just together and they had a relationship. What's lost is the relationship more so than the life experiences. Because life experiences you can literally get at any time just by paying $4,000, buying a whole bunch of plane tickets and going to travel around. I think the tragic feeling that they're going for was more to do with building a family and a life and a career. Stuff that would really impact the rest of your future. Going on a road trip is really romantic, but it's a single life experience that she now doesn't have, and I don't see that as tragic. If instead they had gone off and they bought a house, and they lived and they didn't have that much money, but they had a kid that they loved, and they had friends, that would have been more tragic because that's a future. That is a real future. That was a possibility, and now that's gone and dead. I think that's playing on a bunch of ideas that millennials have that, oh, I wish I could just, go off and be poor. It's not a very glamorous lifestyle, and she doesn't look very happy in the video. It looks like it's a very complicated time for her. So it's not even that she was like the happiest she'd ever been. She goes through a lot of rough times. She's kind of thinking, what am I even doing going on this road trip? And I think that was the point. The point was that it wasn't happy, it was complicated. But like I said, maybe it's just my outlook on life, but you can always do that. It's always an option. There's no real weight to just having a life experience, is what I'm trying to say. This video is trying to equate a life experience with the tragedy of a lost future. I don't see that. It doesn't work for me. They haven't gained anything that they didn't already have before by the end of the video. Lumineers have a nice aesthetic, I guess, but I don't see them as like really good storytellers. Anyways, bye.